Hey everybody, welcome to the beginning of my little vlog series where I'm fixing up a small fleet of 3D printers in hopes of starting my own 3D printing business, 3D printing design business, print and design business. Um, I guess I'll introduce everybody because I named my printers. This is 31. It's 31 because my wife gave it to me on my 31st birthday. It was my first large format printer. This is Houston. I got it from a guy in Houston. It really wasn't that memorable of an experience. It was a good marketplace deal. Houston, I'm currently getting up and running. As you can see, it is running. It needs to be tuned, but I'm happy where it's at right now. Initially, I was having, I guess you would say, leveling issues. I thought it was the gantry wasn't level, so I re-leveled the gantry. Then I had flashed new firmware from Nick's firmware group on Facebook. So these are still running Marlin. I am behind the times with Clipper and things like that. I have been collecting Raspberry Pis to start doing Clipper. I'm a slow adopter of technology, and so you're probably not gonna see me with some bamboo stuff, more than likely. Not for ever, because the current problems bamboo's going through. But anyway, this is Moshi. I got Moshi outside another Facebook Marketplace deal. The only non-Facebook Marketplace deal is 31. Moshi, I met up with a guy outside of a sushi restaurant, Sushi Moshi. He sold it to me for $100 and told me he stole it from his job. I've played around with it. The auto bed leveling system in this thing is weird. I'm gonna get it figured out. It's too big of a printer and too cool to not get figured out. But it's gonna be a challenge, especially because I'm the the CR6 Max, CR6 SE community is kind of weird. There's a weird sort of mystique and mystery to these printers. So, and a lot of the things that would apply, I would think of for this, don't necessarily carry over to this. So far, all I've done on this is I had to I replaced this belt tensioner because it was cracked. I took it off of another 3D printer that I had that is now a pile of parts. But we'll eventually turn that printer into something. I switched that out. I leveled the gantry, which I'll probably do again because I'm having to climb all up into here to work on Houston. I did that. I tried the auto bed leveling system. It kind of worked. I did manage to get some filament down on the plate, but one thing I had found out with these is early on, there's screws under here. And early on, when it first came out, they had a lot more screws. for you to sort of level this bed. Well, I don't think these printers were a very big commercial success, or that they had parts compatibility with the SEs. So this has an SE carriage on it, and that came like that from the factory. Do I think that's what this needed? I don't know. It's also got a huge bed. So sourcing, I was gonna try to see if I could get a PEI sheet for that. I may have to, if I get tired of this bed, just get a big old plain piece of glass, or see if there's some custom PEI sheet makers out there, which I know would cost a pretty penny. Anyway, next we have Target, which is currently buried amongst a pile of stuff. Dig the animated series Batwing on there. Which also get back in my chair. I had signed by the late great Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. Such a sweet guy. It was a great, I'll have to tell that story sometime. But yeah, Target, Facebook Marketplace. Met up with the guy. It's a good deal. I think $75 for that. There's a mark in the bed, and just due to work, I grabbed these things because I was sort of traveling for work, and I could get them, and when I come home, dump them, and yeah, so I got it, and I have to put it together. Yeah, it's it doesn't even have, yeah, it's got its Z-rods in it. I think it's missing, yeah, it's missing its other Z-rod, but I really need to put it together. I'm about to kind of research what that hot end is, because it looks like it has some kind of, yeah, it's got a CR Touch in it. So who knows, maybe that's a crazy fan or whatever. It does have the, you can't see it because it's so dark. It has, let's see, it does have leveling screws. So we'll have to see how that affects such a big printer. That bed looks more like it's made of metal, and there's a big gash in it from probably the guy ramming the print head into the bed. I don't know if, like I said with Moshi, if I'll need to get a big piece of glass, but we'll see. It'll be really interesting. It'll be really interesting to see. I have a bunch of I'm ADD as all hell, and I'll get random kicks, so I have some little pianos to make music, a little digital controller, and a book of magic cards. So we shall see. I'll try to keep regular updates to keep on this thing. I'm not looking to put too much effort into this because I want to focus more on the printers. But yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Have a great day.